Hey everybody, welcome to Kats Creations live on a Friday night. I want to welcome you to my kitchen, and today we are celebrating because last week was our 100th video that has been uploaded to YouTube. So today we're doing our huge celebration while we are making a Halloween wreath. So it's a Halloween inspired wreath today. And the only reason I know I alluded to the Stranger Things, I'm going to give myself an extra day because I'm waiting for some additional supplies to come in that didn't make it in. So I don't want to start it and then have to tear it apart. So we're going to do it next Friday. But this video or this time slot giveaway, you have to be present to win the giveaway. You won't know what you need to do. You don't really need to do anything. You just need to be engaging. So you need to be talking. You need to be communicating. Because at random time intervals that I've given Steve, he's going to look at the person who commented or, I don't know, did emoticon or whatever interaction occurs at that specific time frame will be the person who wins. So what we are giving away, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to be giving away a pair of the Beadsmith 1.5 millimeter metal hole punch. So those are going away to somebody. We're giving away a Bodabra to a lucky winner. We are giving away a ribbon bundle. I have yet to figure out how many ribbons I'm going to be able to stuff in a box. So you will win a ribbon bundle.
A wreath kit.
Appropriate for, whatever seasons are coming up. A wreath kit, so it'll be everything except the frame. So it'll be ribbons, deco mesh, sign. So this way you can figure out, do you want to do small, do you want to do big, do you want to do swag, whatever you want to do. What else?
Wreath kit.
We did the wreath kit, I just said that.
Hobby Lobby gift card.
The $25 Hobby Lobby gift card, and we're giving away the fall wreath back there on my cabinet door. So those are the giveaways, and shipping is on me, so or on us, technically the business. So you don't have to do anything, you just have to engage. Because this is a public video, you can feel free to share it at your leisure. The sign. So this is the sign that is the theme for today's wreath. This sign came from Jane's Front Door Decor. It is only available for purchase on Jane's website, so it's janesfrontdoordecor.com. Private group members, you have a special sale code that you get to take advantage of this weekend only for our celebration. So if you guys want to join the private group, you can get Jane's special coupon code for the group this weekend. And I think that's about it. I covered all my logistics, right? I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously we have people there, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi girls, just joining. So
who's joining? A bunch?
A bunch. We've got, I'm going to go from the bottom up.
Okay.
Deanna, Katie, Julie, Patty, Sandra, Cindy, Barbara, Kath, Janine, Kitty, I think I already said Audrey, Brenda Brewer, and Angelica, Patty Gray, Terry, Norma, Darlene, Jane, Gail's on.
Hi, Gail.
Faith, and there's Space Coast Crafts. I don't know who that is. Daisy House, Dawn, and a whole bunch of others.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Like I said, super excited to be able to share this with you. So we are using 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame, color coded because the colors I'm using are black, purple, and orange to go with our sign. The reason why I picked these colors and not included white is because I think the sign will pop better if we don't add white to the base and let the sign do the popping all on its own. And so I just picked all the other colors that were found within the sign. So 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. We're going to wire it with our chenille stems. I do it this way so it helps me with my color coordinating, knowing what color my deco mesh is going to go where. Also makes a nice, like, complementary type of color. So doing the Dollar Tree wreath frame 6 sections, we wire together the 2 inner right in the middle of the weld marks. So I'm going to do this really quick. I've already done the other 5. And then what we're going to do is weld mark and the middle inner two is going to be our guide, and then we're going to wire together the outer two right here, just like so, and we're wiring the outer two in between wild mark and the first one. And we'll do the same on the opposite side so that I have all three colors in each of the 6 sections. And then we're ready for deco mesh, which I'm going to take this and move my ribbon to the side. So where we have purple, we're going to be putting purple. Where we have orange is orange and black is black. I have my deco mesh cut. These are 10-inch rolls cut to 30-inch pieces, and we're going to do the cruffle. So I'm going to show you how to do this. We've done this before. The reason why I chose this method is I wanted flat width, but then I also wanted to incorporate the curls. I could have done just all ruffle black and added purple and orange curls, but this kind of allows you to incorporate both at the same time. So to do your cruffle, you are going to roll your ends up, and then I use a little chip clip to hold it so it doesn't come back at me. I'm going to use my scissors to hold that. So I usually roll it like 4 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then what we're going to do is we're going to gather or scrunch this all the way till we get to our chip clip. So this is cruffle, a curl / ruffle. So I'm going to start right here, and then I'm just going to go around.
A lot of the girls are saying congratulations on your 100th video.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We didn't even realize that last week, so I'm like, oh, how sad. We need to do something next week. Yep. So this is our week of doing that.
And Angelica asked, do you usually just do 3 per section? Yes.
Yes, I do. So in this case, let me roll this one all the way out so you guys
3
can
per
see.
section makes it very thick, and
This method makes it very thick.
yeah.
30.
Well, even when you do
Did I do that right?
ruffles and curls too.
1. Hold on a second.
Kat said, I love the cruffle. I use it more than anything. Sometimes I just do 2 rolls, less raw edges, big ruffle. Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I just wanted to incorporate all those 4 colors. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm just going to gather this. If you do, this is a really good method if you have very thin deco mesh, because it's going to give you coverage plus volume, because your curls give you the volume, and then your ruffles are going to kind of lay a little bit flat and fill everything out for you. So as you can see, I'm just going around the wreath and picking whatever color I have next. 4.
Sandra said, yes, congratulations, Kat. It's crazy to think we've already done 100 videos, huh?
No. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to reshare them just in the group page, stuff that's like seasonally appropriate. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Daisy, yes, she asked, is the cruffle also called the woodland ruffle?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a couple different names for it. So whatever you guys are familiar with, if the method looks familiar to you and you refer to it a different way, yes, it is the same method.
And you said it's cut to 35 inches or
30.
30 inches.
Yeah, there's no need to do any more because this is a very high quality deco mesh, so it's very thick. I don't have to do much to it. As you can see, it holds its shape really well. It's not thin. It's not like Joann's or Michael's deco mesh, where it's very thin. Doesn't have an awful lot of life to it.
Yep, Beverly, it's 10 by 30.
2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do 5. For some reason, this seems really long, but I swear it's 30 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just easier to kind of put your scissors there and pull it. All the deco mesh was cut with a wood burning tool just because it reduces your frays. You don't have to spray it with anything. So And I know it looks funny, it seems like all I've done is purple and orange, but it's just, there's the black and here's the black. So now we're gonna incorporate black. So you'll start to see the black a little bit more.
Patty said the sign reminds her of like a vintage popcorn box.
Right?
I know, yeah. And thank you, Patty, too. She said shared on her daughter's page, trying to get her involved more.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you for sharing.
2, 3, 4.
Deborah, the sign is from Jane's Front Door Decor. There's a coupon in her private group.
Yeah, so if you're in the private group, Jane set up a special coupon code for us just for this weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's posted in the group page. So just make sure you don't share it outside of the group. So
Antoinette, it's 10-inch Deco mesh, obviously cut to 30 inches. And there's 18 total pieces in the wreath form.
yeah, there's 18 pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners, 12 on the outside and 6 on the inside.
Right.
2 sections on the outside and 1 section on the inside per section. Yep.
So it's always kind of good to make sure your pipe cleaners are where they're supposed to be. So purple. So I like this method. Like I said, it's kind of good sometimes to take pictures of wreath methods you've used before, because sometimes it helps to get a visual by going and looking at it and going, did I do a ruffle on that one? 2, 3. Or did I do curls? Did I do poofs? So sometimes you just want to look and see. And I really wanted to incorporate a lot of ribbon. 2, 3, 4.
Barbara, that's got to be tough. She's all trying to watch and feeding my 3-month-old grandson. That's got to be tough.
We remember those stages, right?
Yeah. Kitty said Michael's mesh still sprays bad even with wood burning.
I think this method would help because you're kind of folding those cut edges in. Yeah. And so really everything is very well contained in here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very thick and very full. So we're off to black.
And Julie asked, how much is your private group?
Private group is $17 a month. And let me see if I can remember all the discount or benefits. So it's set up on our recurring program. You have access to all the videos. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have 58 or 59 private group videos, just tutorials. And then we have the business videos, 2, 4, 5. So we take care of everything from helping you set up your Facebook business page, your Etsy shop, if that's the direction you want to go. There's some people who don't go Etsy and they just want to sell on Facebook. So we just make sure that you're complying to everything you're supposed to with your state and your county. We help you with Pinterest, we help you with Instagram, we help you with social media marketing, discounts from, quite a few vendors. I think right now we have 4 sign vendors. I'm working on a 5th, and I'm trying to work with someone right now for our wreath embellishments, but we also have ribbon, a ribbon vendor that we work with. 2, 3.
A lot of gals say they love the ghost wreath. Wilhelmine asked if you did that in the private group. I actually think you did do a video of that in the private group, right?
I don't know if he's in private or if he's in the public group.
I thought we did a video on it.
I don't know if we did or... We have done the video, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Where the video is, Gail might go look for me. 3, 4, 5.
If it's in the private group, obviously you probably just search for ghost wreath.
Yeah. And then that's the beauty about the private group is you can watch the videos as much as you want. You get materials lists for all the wreaths that I make, public and private. So not including ones, well, you don't get the ones that I work on my own, but I'm not really doing much of that this year. I'm just focusing on the groups more, making sure everybody's ready for after Labor Day. Because after Labor Day is when things get really super crazy and it's the busy time. So we will be busy nonstop from Labor Day all the way through the 2nd week in December. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just making sure.
Char said, I love being able to watch you do the wreath. Really appreciate your info.
You're welcome.
And then Melissa gave you a really good photo. She actually said she keeps a journal of each wreath with materials and measurements so she can remember how each one is made.
Yeah, we had, I think Vi was doing that in our private group for private group members. She was actually printing out all the pictures. She was printing out all the materials list, and then she's putting them in a really nice binder. And so a lot of people are like, oh, that's really cool. Can we buy those from Vi? And I was like, hey, if you guys want to buy them and she wants to make them, by all means.
Yeah, we haven't talked to her in a while. Let's see if she's still doing it anymore.
Knock yourself out.
Space Coast Crafts, what's your name? But they asked if you have a favorite method.
Favorite method? It just depends on what type of wreath I'm making it for. Yeah. Obviously, evergreens are going to be my favorite for Christmas.
So what's your favorite deco mesh method?
What's my favorite deco mesh method?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Cruffles. Just because it's easy. 2, 3, 4, 5. But, you know, poofs are easy now too. This is easy. In about 2 weeks, I'm going to teach you guys. We did it last year, but I don't think people remember the curl and weave. Where if you have a lot of 21-inch deco mesh, I'm going to show you what you can do to break those down and use those in a deco mesh wreath. So we'll be doing that. Trying to think, 2 weeks. What is that, like end of June, beginning of July? I'm trying to think. So yeah, I'm not sure if it'll be Halloween, but definitely would be fall. Because right now we're trying to get Halloween stocked. What did we sell today? Literally with like 15 minutes before our live, 4, 5. We sold like 4 wreaths. Yeah. It was crazy. Like literally, I was like thinking, what is going on? Because I'm not running any crazy sales, but we sold a rag wreath. We sold the sunflower. We sold a fall scarecrow. So it's just bringing stuff out. Yeah, and a patriotic. Okay. So it's just going to tell me.
I think it's Tracy. She said it's Tracy from Space Coast. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, some people can log in using their business page, which is great too. But then we don't know. Like Steve doesn't have an idea of first name of who's in there.
Yep. A lot of y'all are saying if you join, it's well worth it.
The community is what I like the best.
Yeah.
I think the members would agree because we really try to help each other out. We will go all out for each other. Supplies. That was our big issue last year. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We were stuck on supplies like witch hat forms were sold out of Dollar Tree fairly quickly, and then nobody could get them. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we were trying to hook people up as close to an individual who had them available so that they could keep their shipping costs down. You know, trying to make sure, hey, if you need 5 witch hat wreaths, I have them. Oh, where are you located? Oh, I'm in Florida. Okay, well, my shipping is going to be way too high, but let me see if we can get someone in Florida who has 5 to spare. Yep. So that's the nice part of our community. So.
Yep, this is the public group, so feel free to share. Barbara said, through you, I learned how to make rag wreaths. Thank you, Kat.
I love making rag wreaths.
Antoinette said, Kat, I lost my job last week, so sorry to hear that, Antoinette. So she's been making wreaths for Arts and Crafts Show. Any words of encouragement? Just don't stop.
Don't stop. Don't get discouraged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Market. So don't rely on the fact that you're posting it on social media to be it for you. Get into the crazy end of marketing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means getting your Etsy shop open, because Etsy does its own fair share of generating customers that are interested in handmade items. So think of it like eBay for handcrafted items.
Yep.
That's about the best way I can put that.
There's a lot of gals saying that they love the ghost wreath behind you. It is on her Etsy page.
It is. It's
it might be buried, but it's on there.
It's probably buried. Probably because we have patriotic going and then summer. So yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
So he was a kit, I think, that came from Craft Outlet. That's when the group wanted to do door swag. They're like, teach us how to do door swag. I'm like, okay.
Right.
So we did door swags, which are perfect for pillars. So they fit in small, narrow spaces.
Yep.
Too.
And that's just off of a straight rail, so.
Yeah, it really is just straight rail that I think I cut in half. So I did a Christmas with one half, and then we did Halloween with the other.
I think Patty said, maybe I don't think I repeated. She said, "This is my favorite method that you're doing." 2, 3. And then Kath Butcher said, "I have a small group, 140." That's actually a pretty big group, Kath.
That's a really good group.
If that's constant, that's pretty good.
Yes.
I really endorse you. I know at least one in my group now follows you. You make it look so easy.
Aww.
But better, you are so encouraging. I also enjoy your inspirational posts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
And
it's
then,
funny, I look at this and I'm like, all I see is more orange, but it's just crazy the way the colors are. But now we'll get into black some more.
Yeah.
This looks weird. I'm like, I did those right. Made sure they were right. What were you saying now? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, there goes some moving.
Yeah,
Jackie just said, "Do you like making deco mesh or grapevine wreaths the most?"
they're different, right? Grapevine, you can do more of your really nice florals with, and it forces you to be a little bit more conscientious because there's only so much room for error. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to be very careful how you do it, because really all you have to work with is the grapevine base. So you've got to make that work somehow. So grapevines for florals, obviously evergreens for Christmas. And it's weird, I don't use evergreens for any other season, like some people do. What were you saying?
Well, you do. I mean, because you did the tropical wreath on the grapevine.
Evergreen. I don't use
you're
evergreen
right.
outside.
Evergreen. Sorry, I thought you
because there's a lot of people who do evergreen and then they just cover the evergreen with deco mesh, but I'm thinking that's a $9.99 base. Okay, let's say you got it 40 or half off. So it's still $5 base. And now you're covering it all up with deco mesh.
Janet, if you're asking about the giveaways that we're doing today, yes, we're covering shipping.
2. Yep, 3.
Peggy said, "Best group ever." Thank you, Peggy.
Thanks, Peggy.
She said she just got out of therapy. I hope your shoulder's doing better.
Yeah, she was just literally, I think, because I was chatting with her while Kaylee was doing her makeup video. And Peggy said her physical therapist was there.
Yeah.
4, 5. Okay. Scratching.
Julie said, "Your members are convincing me to join." That's awesome. Simone said, "Kat, when you sell on Etsy, are many of those who purchase associated with your business, or are they random shoppers?"
They're random people.
Yeah.
They really and truly are. Now sometimes they see the items posted on my Facebook or my Pinterest page or Instagram, and so they just follow the links to the Etsy store where everything is linked, because you want to try to make it as easy as possible for your customers to find what you're selling, take them right to it, and say, hey, you click, you enter your credit card information, we'll get this shipped out to you as quickly as we can.
Yep.
So you want to make it user-friendly.
Beverly said that's great that you share. And even the members that are on the public group here, like Jean asked size of each piece, and Beverly was like right on it. She said 10 by 30.
Yeah.
So it's 10 inches by 30. So the gals are really awesome at replying too if we don't catch it.
Yeah. And I mean, even in the private group, 3, 4, 5, people share their design ideas all the time. Someone might say, hey, this is a sign I just picked up, or I found this in my bin from last year. I'm kind of stuck. What do you guys think I should do? And so we just kind of give you tips like, what color deco mesh do you have? A lot of times they'll bring all their supplies out, lay them out on the counter with the ribbons and snap a picture and say, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. And boom, 17 different comments saying, here's some ideas. This is what I would do.
Melanie, her page is KatsCreationsNMore on Etsy.
Yeah.
And she also has her website, which is www.KatsCreationsNMore, the letter N, more.
For the website.
.com. Yep.
Yeah. It's just KatsCreations, the letter N, more.com.
Yep.
So that takes you right to the website where you can sign up. That's 1, 3, 4, 5. So it's not bad. Like I said, right now we're utilizing the downtime because right now for wreath makers, this is our slow period. So if you get sales right now, you know, onesie, twosies, that's a good thing. You know, don't see it as a bad thing if you don't sell anything for a week or two. Moms right now are with their kids and their families taking family vacations. They have the kids out for the summer. So buying wreaths, remember, this is a want. It's not a need. So moms will pick up decorating their homes again once kids are back in school. Their sporting good or their sports stuff's all signed up for, and they're like, okay, I'm ready for fall. I'm ready to get my Halloween decor on, and then boom, we're nonstop busy, like crazy busy.
And JD, yes, she was alternating from top to bottom on the Cruffles.
Yeah, I just pick one and I just keep going.
Yeah.
All the way around.
And Norma, yes, the ghost is on just a straight wire frame form.
Yeah, I'll show you. Let me show you what it looks like. So I know it's hard to see, but it's right here. So here's the rail. So here's the top and here's the bottom, and then that's how wide it is. So it's all fastened into the rail. So that's him. Okay, so we've added all of our deco mesh. We're gonna go ahead and add our sign. I'm not putting my sign in the middle. I'm doing it off center because I want to add a really nice bow here. So we're gonna take our metal hole punch. This is 1.5 millimeter. So I just kind of pick a spot in my sign. I'm gonna go black. I was like trying to think, do I want to go black? Do I want to go white? So I'm gonna pick black.
And all you guys got to make sure you stay till the very end because that's when we're going to be announcing.
That's when we'll tell you who won what.
Who won what? Yep.
So, so yeah, I was glad to see. At first, I thought the sign had been discontinued, and I was like, darn it, I'm going to do this to Jane again. I'm going to make a wreath, and the sign's not available. So I actually messaged her way before and said, hey, do you have this sign available in the shop? Because I'm not seeing it. And she's like, not in my Etsy shop, but it's on my website. So I was like, oh, okay. So I love the sign. It's got a lot of color choices you can do. So I just popped a hole in the top. I have one in the bottom, and I'm just taking my chenille stones and just popping them through. This method works better than trying to put an adhesive cable tie on the back. Even if you glue it, sometimes that extreme heat can cause us to pop up, especially if you put a lot of tension on these, securing them down to the wreath and there's tension. So heat plus tension, at some point it might give way. Kind of don't want that to happen, because that's the last thing you want a customer to say is, oh, my sign fell off. Like, what? Yeah, my sign fell off. What?
Thank you, gals. A lot of the gals are still saying the private group is awesome. Hi, Dawn. Hi, gals just joining.
You should ask the group members what is their favorite thing about the group.
Oh, Janet was asking about offering free shipping in your Etsy shop. So, no, she does charge.
I don't.
The price of the wreath, and then she charges shipping on top of that.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that are trying to jump on the whole free shipping thing, but in all honesty, I have one wreath, a really nice wreath up there that I offered free shipping on. It's still sitting. Now the ones that I don't offer free shipping on, those are the ones we're selling. Probably because I think this is what's happening. customers are savvy and they're smart. So if they know that the average price of most wreaths are 60 to 80, and they see wreaths going for 125, 130 with free shipping, they know, on average, I think worst case scenario for me shipping, depending upon weight and distance, I think Boston, Massachusetts, or Maine is about as far from Southern California all the way to Northern Maine. It's about $28 to $30 to ship. So if customers see me offering free shipping, but I increase the cost of my wreaths by $30, they know. So I'd rather just be honest and say, no, I'm going to give you a good price, and I'm not going to price gouge you for shipping. Just depends on what you want.
So Julie, yes, she does a lot of other things besides wreaths. Most of it is wreaths, but she does a lot of other decor. Like the ghost is actually not considered a wreath; it's considered a door swag.
We've done
the cornucopia witch's hat for fall.
We've done Deco mesh.
She does
wreath.
Table centerpieces.
That's
She decorates mantles. She's actually, last year we showed she decorates her Christmas tree. All sorts of different stuff.
Okay.
Corner swags.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. Remember what I told you guys I do? Is I kind of figure out where I want my bow to go. And I just, as a reminder, tell myself, okay, the reason why these two are not open is that's where you're putting the bow. So don't put your ribbon tails in there. So I'm using 2.5 inch cut to, make sure where I cut them to, 13-inch pieces. So I'm using the purple polka dots with, I call it film strip. It's like Halloween film strip. And then we're going to be using the black and purple Harlequin with the orange outside. So purple's going in. This is going to be toggling every other one. So I'm hoping it's going to work out okay.
Hi Maribel, hope you had fun with your kids.
So I'm going to start right here at the bottom.
Cindy said, just think people, you can join a private group for just the cost of a couple Starbucks.
That's what I say. It's less than a Starbucks coffee a week.
Simone, yes, you should get your Etsy store started. She said, I'm doing well on Facebook, but someone suggested I do an Etsy store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it takes the algorithms that Etsy has, or Facebook, or Instagram, or Pinterest, 4 to 6 weeks for you to start seeing some regular traffic. That'd be like someone who decides that they're going to start doing Facebook Lives, but they're not very consistent in when. They just kind of do them here and there. Nobody really knows when to tune in. You have to develop consistency and scheduling. So same time, same, if you're going to do 4 times a day, your customers need to be able to rely on you that I can tune in and watch you 4 different times. So I'm just taking these and adding these directly into my pipe cleaners.
You said, yeah, it was $22 for us to ship that one. I think it was the rose wreaths, right?
Yeah.
To Judy in Tennessee, $22 for shipping. Yeah.
It just really depends.
Yeah.
Size of the box, shipping, and from what I'm understanding, from what I'm hearing, is the shipping charges are changing as of Monday.
Right.
So I don't know what that's going to look like until Monday hits. So this would be the great weekend if you're going to buy a wreath to start buying a wreath before. I don't know what the shipping rates are going to be, because I think USPS is raising their rates, but I don't know how that'll impact us until it happens.
Yep.
So you guys can see I'm just taking these and I'm inserting them, every other one a different color, and I just fold them in the middle and I just gather, and then that little piece is where I'm going to stick it in and attach it to the pipe cleaner and just twist it in there like 2 or 3 times.
Yep. Tara said she loves the recipe or the material list for all the projects we get in the private group.
Yeah, because I pretty much tell you, you're going to need 6 black, 30-inch, and I write Cruffles so that you know this is what we did. That was a method we did in this particular wreath.
With the SKU numbers of the ribbons and everything.
So it's like a shopping list. I tell you where I got them from. Here's the link to the store.
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
What's that?
She said best $17 I've ever spent.
Thanks.
She's the one from the Space Coast Crafts.
Oh, gotcha. Well, and we're trying to do new stuff.
And I apologize. One of the gals earlier, and I saw the question, but I didn't ask it.
What was it?
Asked in the private group if you would do a video on like a specific wreath where a gal or a couple gals were having a problem with that one type of specific wreath.
Oh, absolutely. I'm always open for suggestions for what do you guys want to see.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have problems with the poof wreath, the poof method. Yeah.
Poof, you just got to keep trying. You got to just keep giving it a whirl. You know, I think if you get good quality Deco mesh, that's going to make all the difference in the world on how it ultimately turns out. So here's my bow.
Yeah, signs from Jane, front door decor. Yeah. Tracy also asked again, how cute the candy corn ribbon. Where did you get it?
The candy corn ribbon?
Yeah.
Heidi. Craft Outlet.
Craft Outlet.
Craft Outlet. Yeah. And I think they have it in black with the candy corn. I know they had it in orange because I pulled the black candy corn one out and I was like,
Oh, thanks, Donna. She said you guys make a great team.
Thanks.
It's mainly all her. I just sit behind the video and record.
It helps to have him read the comments so I can keep going. Otherwise, it'd be a 5-hour live because I wouldn't want to miss your questions. That's the reason why people tune in live, is to ask your questions.
Well, that's good, Kat. She said her husband has also gained popularity, also, Steve. Because she does.
He's another Steve?
No, her husband.
Oh,
but she's talking to me.
Gotcha.
Also, maybe he is a Steve.
Is he a Steve?
My husband has gained popularity, also Steve. So I don't know. Kat, is his name Steve? That'd be funny.
Wouldn't that be?
I have only done a couple lives, but they comment more to him than me. LOL.
That's funny.
And one of the gals also asked, when am I going to make a wreath? I've actually helped make her a couple wreaths on lives, and I have made one. I made the Father's Day one last year.
Yeah, the group challenged him to basically put up or shut up, and they basically gave Steve a choice. What is it? Like, we narrowed it down to a choice of 2. And then I think it was a hunting or fishing. And so that was the only say-so he could say in it, that, okay, I'll do a fishing wreath. So he actually did the fishing wreath that's out there on the public video. So, amazing wreath, right?
Yeah. And I've helped her fill orders, especially during Christmas, and helped her make wreaths. I help her. I'm like a sous chef. I do a lot of the pre-cut stuff.
The pre-prepping.
Pre-prepping.
Yes, you do. So I'm just going around. At first I wasn't going to do the ones under the sign, but it turns out it's going to be like, was it the school wreath? No, because the school wreath went in the center.
Oh, he's not a Steve. His name is Butch.
Ah.
What?
I love the purple harlequin. It is very thick. It's got like a plastic. It feels like a very thick plastic. So this will be the last one going around the outside. Then we'll do the bow. And then I'll look at the interior ones.
No problem, Jackie. She said weather's getting bad. There's a storm coming, so she's going to finish watching the replay.
Ah.
Although you're going to miss out on some of the giveaways.
That is true.
I've already written down 2 names.
I don't know if that's Steve trying to give you like a hint.
A wink, wink, hint, hint. Don't leave.
Okay, so the 1.5 inch ribbon is cut to 15-inch pieces. So I just call this the Halloween squiggle. I don't know what else to call it, but both of these came from Craft Outlet. Actually, all the ribbon came from Craft Outlet. Now, I don't know if these were last year's Craft Outlet. I know this pattern is available this year. I don't know about the other ones because I just pulled them out of my last year's Halloween bin. Because I was like, darn it, that's right, we're doing Halloween this year.
Thank you, Faith. Oh, yeah, that's true. I do.
What's that?
She says I help a lot with the angels.
Yes, you do. So I'm going to take the squiggle and put it on top of the polka dots, and then the candy corn is going to go on top of the harlequin. So I'm just doing little half bows, so I just take the 15-inch, I will fold it in half, about 2 inches up. I just kind of gather that, This is going to go on top of the ribbon tails, and then what I do is I will take them, so this is in the pipe cleaner, my fingers are the pipe cleaner, and I will just fan them out like so. They're called half bows.
Leslie, yeah, I can see your videos, your comments. Your last one, well, obviously, said, can you see my comments? And your one before that was, I love your live, how you explain everything.
Oh, thank you, Leslie.
Sue said she also goes back several times and watches the videos for help. That's
I
what they're there for.
I watch my own videos.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, and I'm like, oh wait, I need to see how I did this. You know, a lot of times it'll be one of the technical ones, like the Deco mesh flowers or something. I can't remember. How did I start? The horse head wreath, like that was a private video. Mm-hmm. We save a lot of the specialties for the private group. Yeah. So like floral arrangements, lantern swags, centerpieces. We did, what was it last year? We did fall lighted mantle for people who decorate their mantles. So quite a bit. And then anything like, oh, what did we do? We just did the bookworm. Mm-hmm. We did the ribbon candy canes last year. Mm-hmm. Trying to think of what else. That was specialty. We do all the witches hats, elf hats. I think we did did we do the princess? I think I did a princess hat for little girls. What did we do? We did the lighthouse grapevine with the full scale lighthouse kind of thing in it.
Another gal asked, I see some specks of glitter on it. Does the candy corn ribbon?
Yes, the candy corn itself does. The Harlequin does all together, but if you notice,
got some glitter, right?
It's not coming off, so it's very well adhered. And then the polka dots on the film strip ribbon
also
does.
have glitter, yeah.
Yeah, but the squiggle one doesn't.
So to answer your question, yes, the candy corns themselves has glitter on them.
Yeah,
and so does the Harlequin.
And that's the thing, right? From Halloween through Christmas, it'll drive us crazy because it's never-ending glitter everywhere.
Cheryl, the 2.5 inches are cut to...
The tails are cut to 13. The 1.5s are cut to 15.
Gotcha. So the 2.5 is cut to 13, and the 1.5 is cut to 15.
Yes. And he's doing so well for being at, what is it, 3:30 Boston time?
Yeah.
He left Boston this morning at 3:30 a.m. And
I almost got no sleep. I just couldn't sleep. So
nobody can sleep on a plane.
I'm pretty wiped.
Who can sleep on a plane? No one.
Yeah.
So I love this time of year because the embellishment and I think the colors, they really go all out. Yep. Sign makers make some cool signs.
Thank you, gals.
Wait, I just ordered 15 new signs. So that means Kat's going to be busy June and July with, I think most of that was fall and Halloween. That's not even any Christmas.
And one of the gals asked, where do you go to get the best deco mesh?
Craft Outlet.
Craft Outlet. By far, Craft Outlet.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to Shinoda. So they're at a buyer's event, and I was able to contact her, and I said, you should really carry more deco mesh. Some more ribbon. And she was asking, do you prefer solids? Do you prefer colors? And I was like, we can generate a lot of business your way if you open up. Poly burlap is big this year for the sunflowers, and a lot of people doing the deco mesh floral wreaths.
Bobby Carlson said, did you get the 6 you needed? I shared. Thank you, Bobby. We don't know. We'd have to look at that after the video and see, right?
Well, yeah. You'd have to, or one of my group members can go outside and look at the Kats Creations total count and see, did we hit 9,000? Because I said we were like 6 away from 9,000, and right when we went live we were at 5 away.
Thank you, Daisy.
So I said if we can get to 9,000 we would do an extra giveaway. I would add another item.
Yeah. Daisy just posted the 2.5 inch was cut at 13 and 15 was cut at 15.
Awesome.
Or the 1.5 was cut at 15. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, gals. They're giving us a lot of compliments on you and I work together on the video. Well.
Yeah. Like I said,
sometimes I overstep, but she chastises me after the video.
Please don't ever bring that up again. No. Steve's pretty good. Like I said, I keep him on his toes with, okay, sometimes I change up the wreath measurements, like on tails. It used to be, I think, 12 and 14, and then I've gone up because I've wanted them to kind of stick out a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So it's funny to see him jump the gun, and I'm like, no. These ones are 13. And I usually make the half bows just a little bit bigger so that the tails on these will extend a little bit more. And if you notice, I haven't cut my pipe cleaners off. I usually don't until the very end. We can also add to our pipe cleaners these fun little, what do they call them? Styrofoam balls, glitter balls, vase fillers, scatters and fillers. There's a ton of different names for these. These all came from Hobby Lobby. I haven't found these through any online retailer at this time. So
it's funny. There's other gals saying that yes, you're like at 9,001.
Really?
And one of the gals says, Linda says you're at 9,000. Faith said you're at 9,001. Daisy said 5,001, but then Gail's at 89.95.
See, I'm seeing 89.95.
How funny.
Okay, then you have to go pop out and look.
Hey gals, I wish I can get to every single comment, but you guys are like
hammering
home. You guys are hammering it home, so it's hard for me to keep.
Keeps him on his toes. See, and I'm not sure how big the bow is going to cascade down, so that's why I haven't picked up these interior couples, because I'm not sure just yet. Will the bow be big enough, and then you kind of eat away at the extra ribbon?
Yep.
So we shall see. And then I have a ton of fun picks that I got from, let me think, Michael's last year. I always scrounge through the craft stores afterwards and score on all the deals. I pick up everything you can think of. So far, this is what it looks like. It would kind of be like that, I think. I think this is top.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to work on the bow so I can see how many of these do I either need to add something to, or are we going to cover up? So I'm going to use the bow dabber because it's the simplest for me.
Thank you, Gail, so much for sharing.
I'm going to pull all these out. So
Faith said 9,002 now.
Really?
Yeah, there's another woman who asked about the giveaway. She jumped on late. So just at random times, we're giving away up to 6 different items. And we're going to let them know at the very end of the video who the winners were. So just keep commenting, and we're picking out names and at random intervals.
I'm just deciding on my color combinations for my ribbons right now, and I think I'm going to go with that. Usually I look at how would it be stacked, and I always try to keep the 2.5 together, 1.5 together, and then I usually pick my favorite to end it with. And I'm at a toss between the Halloween squiggles and the candy corn. Might do candy corn on top.
Cindy's all, go faster, Steve, that way you'll stay awake. Oh, I'm awake now.
He slept before. Okay, so I'm going to use those 5 in that order. So the first thing you want to do when you start your ribbon, and these are all pre-cut, you dovetail. So to do that, wired edges together, and you're going to cut from the fold to the tip of your corner. So on the Harlequin, it's pretty easy because you almost follow the little diagonal to a certain degree. And I need to bring this over here just to look at how long, because we know it's going to go. Why do I have it going here? Let me look at this.
Deborah, I just zoomed in for you right now. Just if I could zoom in on the tails to see how we do the tails.
I just moved it.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so this is where it's going to go. Okay, so what I do is, we know the purple pipe cleaner. I don't want to get these out of sorts. The purple pipe cleaner is where the bow is going. So it's gonna look like this. So you wanna make sure that your tails to your ribbons in no way, shape, or form are gonna really impact the sign. So how far do you really want them to go? And I'm comfortable with this length for the bottom, and I'll keep bringing them up shorter as we get to the top. So I'll tell you what the length is on this, which is 11 inches. So with the bow dabra, we're just gonna work in between these. Think of them like fingers. So you're gonna take it at 11 inches and just twist it. That's all you need to do. Right side fabric here, wrong side fabric here, so that as you bring it around and make your loop, now your fabric is completely right side. So I'm gonna just kind of randomly twist here, and then I'll measure my loops. So these are gonna be about 5-inch loops. So 11-inch tails, 5-inch loops. So that kind of sets my tone for my dimensions. So I'm just gonna constantly check the bottom ones, pull them in if I need to. And then now that I have the bottom two done, I just have to mirror the top. So you put one finger in one side and then just pull the other to make sure they're even. And then we'll fluff those out when we get them on the wreath. So right now it's just stacking, so everything is a twist.
Beverly, the 9,002 are numbers. Kat was trying to get to 9,000 people
I was like,
on
we had
Facebook.
like 6 from 9,000. That'd be cool. I'm like, well, we could do an extra giveaway. So.
Yeah. Brenda said, love my Modabra. Janet said, where'd it go? I have my Modabra. Oh, Janine said, I have my Modabra, but I've only used it to hold my loops. I've never made a full bow with it.
You should try. Because like right now, if this doesn't turn out, like look, right now it's a really pretty bow. So even if you just put a little piece of ribbon around there and then just fluff those 4 out, really pretty bow. Working with wired ribbon really helps.
Oh, thanks, Diane. She said this is the first time watching you and really enjoy it. Diane, let us know what you're from, city and state.
Try to hook you up with a community.
Yeah, she's got a lot of gals that live all over the country, so maybe you can get hooked up.
We need to get a person in Hawaii. I think that's the only continent, or the only 50, 50 state. The only state out of the 50 that we don't have.
Yeah.
I think.
Janet said, I can't wait till I'm strong enough to get busy creating fall and winter wreaths. I only have 3 treatments left. Janet, I hope you're doing better.
Yes, she's in my purse every single day.
Yep.
Janet, Patricia, Nikki, Rusty. So I have quite a few people. So I'm doing now a 10.5 inch tails. 10.5 inch, and then these are going to probably go down to 4.5 inch loops.
Darlene said, welcome to all the first time viewers. You'll get hooked and be here every Friday.
Trying to get this to undo.
Thank you, Darlene.
So all I'm doing is just making sure these are right at 4.5 for the second ones, and then I can just keep going.
Deborah, she doesn't really use the Easy Bow Maker because there's not that much of a difference between the Bow Dabra and the Easy Bow Maker.
Except that you can see the lines where you want to see it underneath.
So that's why you've got your mat, yeah.
This is just, it has dual purpose for me. So for me in my craft room with real estate being a premium, I like to keep my stuff like as small as I possibly can. So a lot of times like the Pro Bow, I like it, it's just so big. And it takes me so long just to make a bow. It's a great bow. It just takes me a little too long.
That's a good question, Deborah.
What's that?
And Kat can answer that for you. She said, why don't you add floral wire on your Bow Dabra first?
I like using pipe cleaners because I'm going to go through multiple layers of Deco mesh, and if I was doing floral wire, it's really hard, unless it's thick floral wire, for me to find it and pull it. Right. And my hand strength isn't all there. So grabbing a pipe cleaner, it's a little easier for me to manage. It's just personal preference.
And push through the Deco mesh.
This is easier for me to find. So now we're going to take the black and white, and the only reason I've incorporated this, and I didn't on the bows and the ties, is that black and white stripe at the top, and that's the only reason. I was like, ooh, I have ribbon that'll match that. So I'm just going to incorporate that and kind of tie it into the sign with the ribbon. That's the only reason. So I'm always dovetailing. And then this tail reminds me of Beetlejuice ribbon. This.
Yep.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Darlene, yeah, she's doing 2 loops on each side.
Mm-hmm. So 5 inches, 4.5.
She's bringing it in a little bit.
So this is 11-inch tail, 10.5. This is a 10. So, and I'm just measuring up, bringing this into 4. So we'll do the same thing. Make sure the loop measures 4.
No, I don't work night shift. I travel and have to fly a lot, so I was actually in Boston this morning.
You left?
I left
Wednesday morning?
Yeah, I left Wednesday. I was there Wednesday evening, Thursday for meetings up in Woburn, and then flew out to Boston at 6 this morning. I was up at 3.
You love it.
Yeah.
He really doesn't. He really hates to travel. I think it was initially fun when he first started, only now, not so fun. So this is
Rhonda Bodabras are pretty readily available. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them Walmart. Amazon sells them.
Joann's,
Michael's, yep.
I just like them because you can use them to hold your curls. You can use them to hold, what else do we use them to hold? They hold something else, but I always keep it out.
Tracy went and changed her name. Remember she was Space Ghost Craft? Now it's all Tracy Coons. She's a holy moly, we might get Kat to 200 viewers. Keep sharing.
Oh. Okay,
You're at 160.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be 9.5 on my tails. So I love this ribbon. It's the fun ribbon. So squigglies.
Gail says she stays in Woburn when she travels there too.
See? And I'm going to make this one, I'm going to go it the same as the bottom one, and then I'll just bring the candy corn in a little bit, because this is still 4-inch loops. But you can see it's starting to get kind of thick. So I just want to make sure that my loops are all the same. Just like so. This is going to be a pretty big bow. A big bow. But it needs a big bow. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of gals said too, don't forget to use your coupon if you're going to go get one. Use the coupon with the whatever, because then you can get them
at Hobby Lobby.
Or anywhere, yeah.
Someone says they have them at AC Moore's. I want to say. Or they did, or never mind, not the bow dabber, but the metal hole punch plier things.
Becky asked for info on the private group.
Well, there's a document on my website. So if you go to Kat's Creations, the letter N, and then more.com, you'll find the document that just gives you all the benefits, all the discounts that are currently offered. Right now, I think one of the big discounts will be the square. So if you're ready to start doing craft fairs, you will need a way to take payments. So by doing the square and using my referral code, I don't get anything anymore.
Yep.
I've referred them so many times, it's like you can only get so many thousand fee-frees, and then they stop giving it to you. But for you guys, your first $1,000 in sales are all fee-free. So
if you use her referral, yeah.
It's usually a 5 to, was it like a 5 and a 3% processing fee, taking payment from the customers 1 fee, depositing said funds to your bank account is another fee. So you get the first $1,000 in sales fee-free. So if you sell something for $100, it's all yours. You don't have to give them 8% of that.
Oh, Gail, I wish I was done flying.
He'll be back in Denver in 2 weeks.
I know, Cheryl's all, wow, these comments are flying so fast I can't read them all. I know, I can't either.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
So I'm going to do this one at 9.
Yeah.
9 inches. So it's getting very thick.
Yep, the weather up in Boston, Thursday was raining lightly most of the day. Yesterday morning when I left, it was raining. Wednesday when I got in, it was pretty nice. It wasn't raining at all. So
these are just going.
But it wasn't cold. It was just cool.
3.5 inch loops. So we'll do a couple more, and then we need to pull it all apart. So there's that. Last one. It's just easier because some people ask, why do you keep spinning your bow dabber around? Why not leave it that way? It's just easier. Yeah. It's easier for me to use it. So.
She also said she's got to get a new one because she
broke it?
Bent it traveling. She had it in her suitcase.
The bow dabber?
Yeah. And then another gal said, man, you're dedicated traveling with your bow dabber. The other Cheryl replied to Cheryl.
Gotcha. Okay, so these are all putaways, putaways.
Darlene, thank you. Yes, she does. She says, Kat has a great video in the private group on ribbon selections.
Yeah, we just made that. Well, it's in the public group, right? What's ribbon? I thought I did them in both.
Probably.
Now I'm going to have to go look at that one. Okay, so what the bow dabber does is if you look, it stacks all your layers. So you could come in here with floral wire and add the floral wire and then just pull it up, twist, flip it back. But I'm going to use, I think, orange because it's on the very top. Like I said, I use pipe cleaners. They're easier for me. So you could take the little piece that nobody ever knows what this does. All this does, really lightly, because it's plastic, if you push too hard you will snap it. It takes all your layers and basically compresses them. So when we're doing it on the Pro Bow, as we're pushing and twisting our floral wire, it's kind of taking the place of this and pushing it down to the bottom. It's also great when you're doing the angels, the angel tree toppers, to use this as you get up to your 12th set of wings or the dress, to use this to keep them compacted so they don't unfurl on you. So we'll just do it this way.
Angelica, she did 2 loops each color.
So you can see.
Each size. She started with 5 inch, then went down to like 4.5, and then went down to like 4. So
ultimately it's 3.5 with the candy corn.
Yep.
So I'm going to take this.
Deanna, yeah, there's a couple Canadians. Vi is one of them. We've got 2 or 3 others, so at least a couple.
So we're just going to twist it. So you just hold it and then just move your ribbons so that that is our stacked quantity. And then, because I know I'm going to utilize it right here, this is my placeholder. So I'm going to just twist this off about 5 times and then I'll cut that purple because our bow is going to go right over the top of it. So now I can take this with my little pipe cleaner and go right to the underside.
Linda, once you see her fluff it out and pull it, it's not that big of a bow. Yeah.
It looks big now.
Yeah. And one of the guys had asked that the Deco, why do the Deco mesh wreaths look so big? You have to think about it. It's on a 14-inch frame, and all the Deco mesh sticks out at least 4 to 5 inches on each side.
It does.
So once you do that, it's right at 24 inches for the most part.
So we're going to pull our longer tails to the bottom because we don't want them to impact our sign. So knowing that we started with the harlequin, so here's our tail, we're going to take those 2 loops and pull them in opposite directions. And everything's wired so that when the customer stores this away, obviously it's going to compact. I'm going to yank this one that way.
See, and Karen replied, she said to Deanna, I'm one, Diana, I'm from Red Deer, Alberta.
Oh, there you go.
And Jean said Providence Forge. Yep.
So now we're taking the next one. So I'm going to take these and kind of pull these out to this side. So we're doing our other 2.5. And what I try to do is I'll try to position them so they go in between the other purple harlequin. So it's like you got purple harlequin and then the other loops kind of sit on top. It'll look better once we get it all fluffed. I just prefer to fluff it here.
Yep, I zoomed in for you.
I prefer to fluff on the wreath rather than the board and then lace it that way. Because otherwise you're just going to have to re-fluff. So I'm grabbing the other two loops, getting your fingers in between, and just pulling them apart. So you have one here.
Have a great dinner, Rita. She said congrats to whoever wins.
Aw, thanks, Rita. So now we're doing the black and white.
Jessica said the purple really makes it pop.
It does.
Kim said she's trying to finish a quote for a customer while watching. Oh, awesome.
So I'm going to take this one and pull this to the bottom as well.
Kat and I have made quite a few quilts as well.
We have. We've given away quite a few quilts to a lot of people. So here's our black
Mom said
and
love the
white.
harlequin.
Now we're going up with the next one with the squiggles. So we'll take...
Cindy said as a giveaway, can you send Steve to my house to cut the ribbons for my wreaths, please?
There you go. Where do you live? I am curious.
Antoinette said, yes, Steve, the ribbon choice is on YouTube, so it's on the public group.
Okay, so we were correct. So I just keep taking it and just grabbing the next set of ribbons, pulling these opposite. Like I said, trying to get them to sit inside the other ones. We're trying to get like one of each color to come down as your tail, not cover the sign. So we'll just pull those there. And then we'll do the candy cane, candy corn. And we're going to take this, we're going to pull this out to the side.
Jane said, can we ever get to see Steve, LOL?
Yes, I was going to tell him to come do it today and just sit up here with me. And then he could just read all the comments.
Yeah. A lot of y'all are saying, love the colors, it's beautiful. Oh, Haggerty Wilson said the black and white ribbon looks really great with the sign.
Now we're going to pull this one. This is where you kind of just look at directions because you just don't want all the ribbon tails to bunch up at the bottom. So I'm kind of pulling some off to the side, pulling them down to the bottom. Again, putting your fingers back in and refluffing if you need to.
So we're giving away 6 items. One is a Bodabra, actually. One is a ribbon bundle that Kat's going to put together some ribbon and ship it out. One is a wreath kit. One is a $25 Hobby Lobby gift card. And one is a metal hole punch. And then there's actually going to be a wreath that she's going to pick out and ship.
It's right there. Remember?
Yeah. The one in the background, the cornucopia.
Well, it's like the fall. It's like fall hat.
Like a fall hat, yeah.
Okay, so technically, I have one over here that I could put a ribbon tail in, and look, I'll probably put one up here. This one's like way under the sign, so I'm not going to worry about this one. I will tie it off and snip it off. So I'm all about completing that. So we'll do one more here, even though it's technically covered with the ribbon.
Gail said, I'm like Wilson.
She's like, what?
So I'm like Wilson. Everybody's trying to get me out.
You're a very popular guy. Okay, so let's do Harlequin up here. Cut one piece of this to fill in the orange pipe cleaner.
Maribel, all you have to do is just keep posting, and I am picking names at random times.
I gave him a list of times with each item, and I'm like, as somebody comments, just write down their name. And then at the very end, Steve will tell you who won what, and then you just need to message me, like click the little messenger or email me your mailing information so I can get that out to you ASAP. So those will all go out Monday.
Surely you don't have to do anything to enter. All you have to do is comment like you just did, and we will pick names at random times. And then once at the very end of the video, we're going to tell everybody who won what, and we're going to ask for your names and addresses.
Okay. I'm just filling in the last ones. This is why I don't do materials list, because I never know until I'm done how much of any one particular thing I did. So
Thanks for sharing, Sheila. Donna said super cute wreath. Alice said cute wreath. Kathy said, I so enjoy spending Friday nights with you. You both are a blessing. Thank you, Kathy.
I know, I love our Friday nights. Look at all the things that we've done on Friday nights. It's been crazy. So I don't want this to impede my sign. So I'm just going to drape them the opposite way. And then one down here, it's in black, so let's go opposite with this. See if there's enough on here.
Patty said, so what does Steve look like? I need him in front of the camera before you close.
Okay.
So you know what Brad Pitt looks like?
Not him.
I look nothing like him.
Exactly. Not him. Who do you look like?
Me? Me, myself, and I.
You do. Okay, so this is our last one. So I'm just...
So a lot of the gals have been saying, not a Halloween person, but that is very colorful. So we are also not really Halloween people.
But we like colorful.
But you have to sell to people who do love Halloween. So you do need to be able to stock.
People who do that.
Right, you do need to be able to stock your Etsy shops and your Facebook shops for Halloween. And it doesn't have to be scary. It can be fun and cute.
You could just do like pumpkins and like this one's just pumpkins and candy corns. So candy corn's my favorite. Let's see, squiggle. I was like, what one did I do with that? Squiggles. And then we can add a couple little bit embellishments. So I'll show you how we can dress this up and make it even prettier for little.
Trust me, guys, she replenishes her ribbon weekly.
Yes.
There was a Terry or a Tracy, one of them kind of earlier said, hi, my name is Terry something, and I'm a ribbon addict.
Yes, that's me. Ribbon, then signs, then it's probably going to be embellishments. So yeah, on ribbon like crazy. That's why I have to stay away from Shinoda. But in July, they're outfitting their store with fall, Halloween, and Christmas. So I'll be going back.
Right.
And stocking up. Okay, so let's look at an option here. Depending upon how long your pipe cleaners are and what length you're comfortable with, you could come in with something simple like just adding, if you want to leave the pipe cleaners, you can leave the pipe cleaners and just add something fun, like the little styrofoam balls, which I kind of like. I would cut them down a little bit more so they don't stick up quite so far. But I have them in those same 4 colors, and they come in different sizes. So I'm going to take these ones down because they're a touch too long.
Dawn, that's awesome. She said I sold 7 wreaths in 2 weeks. That's great.
What are you selling? Because I always try to like educate people, because people are like, do I keep making this or should I move on? And I'm like, okay, I haven't sold you know, that in X amount, and I can't even go back and look at what was I selling last year at this time, because that doesn't even apply, because people are kind of going against what I thought they should be doing. And I will go back and glue all these on, but it's very time consuming to do so with you all here. So let me kind of show you what I've done. I don't know if you can see that, right, babe?
Yeah, I think they can see that.
The little styrofoam balls.
Yeah.
So I'm just alternating cutting down my pipe cleaners so they're not, you can put them in whatever length you want. It's entirely up to you.
Kath Butcher said the question, has anyone found a raven anywhere? Halloween isn't my ideal either, but I have a customer who's interested in a black and red with a raven.
Michael's. Go to Michael's.
Yeah, Michael's during Halloween will have them. Yes. I don't know if they have them now, but when it gets closer to Halloween, they will definitely have them.
Mm-hmm. That's where I've seen that. Because Michael's has the best Halloween embellishments, in my opinion.
Katie, the sign came from Jane's Front Door Decor.
Only on her website.
Only on her website.
Can't get it on her Etsy store.
Jane'sFrontDoorDecor.com.
And if you're in her group, you get your discount.
Yep.
She's doing a special discount for our group for the weekend, which I think is awesome. How cool is that? We have our own exclusive discount just for this weekend. So I'm just going around and adding these.
Yeah, Daisy, you're right. Halloween is almost as big as Christmas in some areas. Yep.
I will sell twice as many fall as Halloween, but I will always sell Halloween. A lot of times I try to do like vintage Halloween, or this year it's going to be a lot of fun Halloween. So like Steve says, it's just, you know, choose your poison. It doesn't have to be spooky or scary. I think I did one that's green and black. It has a raven on it. And that one's like an old vintage tavern sign. So it doesn't have to be, it's up to you. It's your shop, it's what you want to carry. Yes. So making my way around town. Just snipping these off and getting them to a length I feel comfortable with, and then I'll go back in. Since I've already made the holes, I can just add the glue to them. So got 3 more to go, and then I'm done. But I'll show you some other options.
Julie said, I would love to see a vintage Halloween wreath. We've done vintage Halloween wreaths.
Yeah, we did the crow.
Yeah.
The black and green crow, the tavern. I think it was called like Crow's Inn Tavern.
Yep.
And I think we found the sign.
We found one that had potions and potion sign and all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah, but that wasn't the one I was referring to. That one I think we found at a thrift store in Modesto. So you just never know where you can pick up odd, interesting things. Never.
Deborah, she just did a video on that. She said, Kat, do you have a video in your private group to show how to get more traffic to your shop? Yep.
Yes, I do. And it's actually worked for quite a few people.
Yeah, and 3 different points of how to market to your shop, all that. Yep.
Well, and I just took what I learned, which was there was a formula that says if you had, all I had was 100 people, I think, when I started doing my lives, and I did 2 lives in 1 week, and my followers went from 100 to 1,000. Boom, just like that.
Yep.
So just getting familiar, and it's teaching you how to talk to your customers so that you're not always selling. You know, customers want to know a little bit about you.
That Ghost Swag is still available on her Etsy shop.
Yes, he is. He's the only one. Because I don't even know if he's available this year. He was the swag, the embellishment from last year. Okay.
I think you made him late last year, and for whatever reason, yeah. So.
Probably. I think I was all still backwards with my timing, realizing that, hey, in June you have to make Halloween, in July you make fall and Christmas, because you have all those people that are Christmas in July shoppers.
Yep.
We just tape this, and then I
Teresa said, I'm so ready for witch hats to come back in.
I have some.
Daisy, yes,
I have to count them and see how many I have left.
You usually always get your inspiration from the sign of the ribbon.
That's not going. Yeah.
Shirley said I would love to have you make a clown wreath either in the private group or in public.
Oh, okay. We are going to do that. I have an entire embellishment box that's just clown stuff. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like up on the door. So we'll remove him. And we will add this. So we've added all the fun little trinkets. Oh, nope, missed one. Hold on. Right here. Yep. I was like, wait. Did they fall off? Nope. Never added them right here.
Patty, yeah, she was a couple members of some other private groups before she started.
I just stayed with my business coach. So I've been in Jennifer Allwood's group for 2 years now. So she does a coaching class for creatives. So, and it's nice because you work with other creatives. So the nice thing about your wired ribbon is everything's wired. So this is all you have to do to get in to fold. So you want to make sure everything looks really pretty for all your pictures. So you want to make sure none of your ribbons have kinks or bends, that everything's all pretty.
Yep.
So
And you can hang this one different too, depending upon the angle you want to put it at.
it's just entirely up to you.
Yep.
I like it sideways. You could do it this way. It's entirely up to you. So if you wanted to do it more straight up and down, you could do it that way, I think. Right?
Yep.
So there we go. So that's kind of how I have it.
Shirley said, yeah, I bought a lot of the hats last year as well. We did too.
Order them by the case. When Dollar Tree carries them, just boom, case, 24 of them. So you have 24 that you can make, because you'll make them for fall, you'll make them for Halloween, you'll make them for Christmas, because you'll have Santa hats and elf hats.
Yep.
So I think that's it, right?
Yep.
So that would be something I would do, is just adjust that for photos to make sure all of your works can be seen.
Simone, yes, that's what Kat does too. She says that find that when I'm out shopping, I'm constantly shopping for potential wreath designs and wreath supplies. Definitely have an addiction. Yes.
That's me.
Yep.
That's all I'm doing. I'm like, oh, that would make a good embellishment. I'm gonna buy that. Like the lobster. The lobster created his own wreath.
And yes, one of the gals asked, yes, I did buy 2 more lobsters for Kat.
He did.
And I brought them back.
He actually bought them on his way into the airport instead of on the way out. So some other fun things you can do. These were stuff that Michael sold last year. So they actually sell Halloween ornaments, so you can get them. They put them in different colors. So you have like oranges. You have ones that say, oops, trick or treat. I'm like trying to pull all these out. So there's like purple. So you could take these technically, if you wanted to, you could glue some additional embellishments if you wanted to really dress it up. Like I would probably use the trick or treat one right here.
That's cute.
Yeah, but so you can come back in with other ones and just make it more glitterly.
Glitterly?
Well,
That's a new word. Glitterly.
That's a new word. I just made that. That wouldn't look good there.
And yes, she will go back in and glue all of the
I will.
styrofoam balls onto the pipe cleaners.
You could do something like that versus trick or treat. So it's entirely up to you. But I mean, these are all stuff that came from Michael's last year. So you just make your own like little embellishment bag, and then you just hang on to them.
Yep.
And you just never know where you'll use them in a wreath design. So I know you guys are waiting. So do you have everything done?
All but the last one.
All but the last one?
Yep.
Can you just
pick one?
Can you just pick one?
I sure can.
So those are all there. have all my stuff. And it's sad because now I have to go take all the ribbon racks down and convert it all to Halloween, fall, and Christmas this weekend, which will be fun. It'll be fun to see them. Like when I was pulling up on all my ribbon, I was like, oh my god, I love this ribbon. I have like ghosts, I have bats, I have spider webs. So it's all gonna be fun. We'll make some fun stuff. So I think Steve's jotting down the last one, right? Okay, now you can come up here and he can read them because he wrote the name and he's better at pronunciation than I am.
Okay, I'll leave that there. That's out full.
Okay. So we have one phone that controls the camera, one that controls comments, so I'll let Steve talk.
I don't know if I'll get cut off, but I'm
Okay, you
kind
can
of
come
tough.
all the way over.
No, I'm in. I should be in.
Can you see?
Yeah, well, I'm not on the screen yet.
Okay.
There's still like a 20-second delay. Okay, so winner for the #1 metal hole punch
Oh, okay.
is Julie Whitgen. Congratulations, Julie. You'll need to send Kat your name and address,
They can see you.
private message, so she'll get that sent out to you.
Awesome.
The winner of the Bodabra, Judy Lane.
Yay,
Same thing, Judy. You'll need to send your name and address so she can get that out to you, and we're covering the shipping. The ribbon bundle is Barbara Snowden.
Yay, Barb.
Congratulations, yay.
Okay.
Same thing, name and address. Winner of the wreath kit is Kath Butcher.
Awesome.
Same thing, name and address. Winner of the Hobby Lobby gift card is Maribel Valdez.
Awesome, Maribel.
Yay.
So now you can go shopping.
And then the winner of the last one, which is the big one, is the wreath, is Tracy Kuntz.
Awesome. So please make sure you message me, or you can email me if that's easier for you. So it's just going to be KatsCreationsNMore@gmail.com.
Yep.
And let me know, hi, this is Tracy. I'm giving you my mailing information so I can put all this stuff together and get it shipped out to you in the mail. Congratulations again, #1 to the people who won, but also to you guys for finding value in what we do and joining us and watching us and making all of that possible.
Yep.
So, all right.
Yay,
That's
okay.
pretty much, he's
Bye.
got to go back over to take my camera out. So, private group, what are we doing Sunday? Sorry, babe. We are making a military wreath. So you guys have requested, I teach you how to do the military wreaths. So we're gonna look at copyrighted versions to make sure you're maintaining compliance with the copyright and trademark laws. And then ones that you can make and advertise and post on your Etsy shop, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever. You can technically post them, you just can't solicit certain images because unless you own the copyrights or trademark licenses to the official Army, Navy, Air Force,
Marines.
Coast Guard, and Marines,
Yep.
you can't use the official logo and put it on Etsy and sell it. But you can put it on your Facebook page and say, you can contact me if you're interested in me making one for you. And then that's what you can do. And then I will be putting out a post later this weekend for Monday, because Monday in the private group is our Q&A session. Feel free to ask me any question you want. We will see how many questions we can get to in an hour. And then next week, Friday, we're doing Stranger Things wreath. So it's a combo Christmas / Halloween, I guess, right?
And that one is going to be a little bit scary.
Not really.
Just depends.
It's just unusual.
It's a scarier type of TV show.
It's
though, so.
unusual.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just different. All right, so thank you for joining me on Friday. Thank you for participating and watching all the way to the end,
So-
and I appreciate it.
A couple other gals just asked, how much is your group? So I want to just go
Okay,
over that again.
real quick. I should just get like a little sandwich board. It's $17 a month. If you're interested, just go to Kat's Creations, the letter N, the word more.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom past the products, and then you'll see all the private group information. There is a link to request joining the Facebook group. Don't do that first, do that second, because you're going to need the information that you obtain from PayPal, and PayPal is only the server that collects your credit, debit, or PayPal account. You do not have to have a PayPal account. You would just click the option to pay with debit or credit. It just sets up reoccurring payment for you. And then go request the Facebook, because I need to know the email, because sometimes the email address is different than the name that you might sign up for. So I need to match them. That's pretty much it, right?
Yep.
All right, everyone, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to private group Sunday at 5.
And all the gals who won, make sure you private message her
Yes.
with your name and address.
Because I want to get that out to you by Monday. Well, in Monday's mail. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. Bye-bye, and thanks again.